Welcome to Indie Journal, and this is the special election coverage. And we are here in Kerala, and we are in Kochi, and we are here to interview a special guest. He is Mr. Haibi Eden. He is the Congress candidate from the Kochi constituency, and we'll be speaking to him quickly as he prepares for his rally in the Ernakulam area. मराठी दर्शकांसाठी मी केरळमध्ये आहे. इथं कोचीच्या एर्नाकुलम भागात मी आहे आणि इथले जे लोकसभेचे उमेदवार आहेत काँग्रेसचे हायबी ईडन त्यांच्या रॅलीमध्ये त्यांची रॅली कव्हर करायला मी आलो होतो. त्यांच्याशी माझं बोलणं झालेलं आहे. ती मुलाखत तुम्ही पुढे पाहालच. ती इंग्लिशमध्ये आहे अर्थात, आणि तुम्ही पाहून झाल्यावरती मी शेवटी मराठीमध्ये त्याचा एक संक्षिप्त सार सांगितलेला आहे, त्याचं सांगत आहे. तर ती मुलाखत चुकू नका, पूर्ण पहा. इंग्लिशमध्ये असली तरी पहा, शेवटी मराठीमध्ये मी तुम्हाला सांगणार आहे. आणि इंडी जर्नलचं हे जे कव्हरेज आहे केरळमधून ते चालूच राहील. आपण इतरही उमेदवारांशी आणि इथल्या जनतेशी बोलणार आहोत. तर पाहत राहा इंडी जर्नल. सो मिस्टर ईडन, what do you think you're campaigning for? What's the primary issue here in your constituency?
We have a very clear campaign line. The United Democratic Front, the Indian National Congress, is very clear on the line. The line is that there is a huge anti-incumbency against the Government of India, presently regarding the Citizenship Amendment Bill or regarding the various people-related issues like the fuel price hike, gas price hike, and a lot of other issues related to the development of Kerala, which the central government has totally neglected. Kochi is a fast-growing city. We have the Kochi International Shipyard Limited. We have the Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited. We have the FACT. We have a lot of industries and a lot of maritime hubs. But unfortunately, we are not getting the support as expected from the government of India. As well as a lot of resentment amongst the people, where the government plays a very a role where people are divided on the basis of caste and on the basis of food and on the basis of whatever they do. They are being divided on communal lines. So the people of Kerala are quite aware of the government of India and its activities. Also, there would be a huge resentment against the state government, which has been ruling the state for the last 8 years, communist government. So both these things would favor the Congress and the UDF. That is our understanding.
Right. Do you think the central government has failed its federal structure promise?
Absolutely. Not just that. Issues like Manipur,
right,
have always hurted the sentiments of people of Kerala. And the minority, especially in Kerala, are quite aware of the happenings around the country. And this has brought a huge disgrace. Not just that, the cooperative federal structure, which whatever governments used to be in the center, used to follow with the state lines when it comes to health, when it comes to urban development, when it comes to many other factors. But unfortunately, many rights of the people of Kerala, many development rights of people of Cochin have been denied. So people are very clear about their lines, and politically aware people of Cochin would definitely vote against the government of India.
Right. As a Congress person, when you see Rahul Gandhi being attacked for choosing a safe seat of Wayanad, what do you think?
What is wrong in choosing a safe seat if you have to be in the parliament? Even when he is in the parliament, he is being attacked, and his membership, his Lok Sabha membership is being discredited. It is being he is being removed from the parliament for many reasons. So the BJP is quite clear that they don't want him in the parliament. So he has to come to the parliament. Of course, Wayanad is one seat which he is always cherished, and he has always been with Wayanad. And people of Wayanad love him. What is wrong in contesting from Wayanad? Of course, we would also fight from different places, but of course his first priority is always Wayanad.
Kerala being so cosmopolitan, how do you think the people of Kerala have reacted to something like the Kerala Story, the film, a very malicious film?
Kerala has beautiful stories in the past.
Yeah.
Kerala has always been in the forefront of communal harmony. And Kerala story has been rejected by the common people of Kerala. It is an agenda planned by the RSS and BJP, and I don't think the people of Kerala would fall for that. They are very clear that we have very good examples of communal harmony and very good Kerala models and stories. This is not our story.
Right. And one of the last questions would be, you and the CPM are allies on the national level. You are...
Yeah, our major focus is to make sure that the BJP is thrown out of power.
Right.
And when it is thrown out of power and a platform where left, all the democratic front should come in a single platform and make sure that our votes are not split. But in Kerala the case is different. But on a larger perspective, when we think in terms of Kerala also, Congress would be the best party for the people to choose, because they raise the secular face of India, and they have always been very in the forefront. When we look as a national party, CPM is just entitled to their state in one state right now. But when it comes to a national election, people would definitely understand the importance of Congress as a national party, and Congress would be the party would bind all the other democratic parties together. So I'm pretty sure that the people of Kerala would understand the importance of Congress being at the center, at the helm of affairs.
Don't you think the CPM will take this as an attack and this
So CPM
stresses
is doing the attack.
Right.
CPM has already been on the job.
Okay.
But we are very, we have been successful in convincing the people of Kerala that Congress is the only hope and scope for the people of India, for the secular people of India.
One last question. This is your second, you're standing for a Lok Sabha seat the second time.
Yeah.
Do you think, what's the margin you're expecting?
Last time I had a very senior, popular former Rajya Sabha MP and Central Committee member Shri P. Rajiv as my opponent, and I could win by a majority of 1,69,000 votes, which is the biggest in the history of Ernakulam Parliament constituency. In present day, today's situation, I expect that would be even a bigger platform and bigger landslide victory. I expect a much more bigger margin this time. When we see the reaction of people of Kerala, we understand that this is going to be a huge victory for UDF and Congress.
तर आपण आता जी मुलाखत बघितली त्यामध्ये आपण पाहिलं असेल हायबी ईडन हे जे आहेत ते दुसऱ्यांदा लोकसभेची निवडणूक लढवतात काँग्रेस पक्षाकडून, आणि त्यांचं मागचा जो विजय होता त्यांचा तो विक्रमी मतांनी होता. जवळपास 1.5 लाखाच्या हून जास्त मतांनी ते निवडून आले होते. पी राजीव जे आहेत मार्क्सवादी कम्युनिस्ट पक्षाचे, त्यांचा त्यांनी पराभव केला होता, आणि यावेळेस त्यांचं असं मत आहे की ते आणखी मोठा पराभव करतील त्यांच्या विरोधकांचा. तशी इथं भाजपचं तुम्हाला काही फार विशेष भारतीय जनता पक्षाचा प्रेझेन्स दिसत नाही. तुम्हाला जर दिसतो तर अर्थात जो इथला पारंपरिक लढा आहे डावे विरुद्ध काँग्रेस तो दिसतो. त्याबद्दल मी त्यांना विचारलं की डावे आणि तुम्ही राष्ट्रीय पातळीवरती मित्र आहात, पण इथं तुम्ही एकमेकांवरती हल्ले करताय, तर काय त्याचा अर्थ कसा घ्यायचा? तर ते म्हणाले की हल्ला डाव्यांनी सुरू केलेला आहे, हल्ला डावे करतात आमच्यावरती, आणि आम्ही प्रयत्न करतोय की मतं कमीत कमी फुटावीत, राष्ट्रीय पातळीवरती विभाजित व्हावीत डाव्यांकडे किंवा काँग्रेसकडे. अशी जेव्हा तिरंगी लढत होते तेव्हा जशी मतं फुटतात ती कमीत कमी फुटावीत असं त्यांचं म्हणणं होतं. आणि दुसरी गोष्ट ते म्हणाले की लोकांना माहीत आहे की काँग्रेसच राष्ट्रीय पातळीवरती त्यांचं नेतृत्व करू शकेल, स्थानिक पातळीवरती CPM हा एक स्थानिक पक्ष आहे, अशा प्रकारचं त्यांनी त्याच्यामध्ये उल्लेख केला. दुसरी गोष्ट ते म्हणाले की केरळची जी जनता आहे ती ज्या प्रकारे केरळा स्टोरी वगैरे या प्रकारच्या सिनेमांमधून ज्या प्रकारचं चित्रण दाखवलं जातं केरळबाबतचं, त्यावरून नक्कीच इथं रोष आहे, इकडं त्याच्याबद्दल एक नाराजी आहे. आणि अर्थात केरळमध्ये विशेष करून त्यांनी उल्लेख केला मणिपूरसारखा मुद्दा असेल किंवा CNRC सारखा मुद्दा असेल, केरळचं जो कॉस्मोपॉलिटन फॅब्रिक आहे त्याचं हे द्योतक आहे की इथं मणिपूर हा मुद्दा आहे निवडणुकीमध्ये. तर या प्रकारे आपण हायबी ईडन यांच्याशी बोललेलो आहे. एर्नाकुलम हे मोठा भाग आहे, कोची शहर हे एक समृद्ध शहर आहे केरळचं, आणि त्या इतक्या महत्त्वाच्या शहरातल्या प्रमुख जे उमेदवार आहेत त्यांच्याशी आपण गप्पा मारलेल्या आहेत. केरळचं हे कव्हरेज असं सुरू राहणार आहे इंडी जर्नलवरती. पुढील 2 ते 3 दिवस मी इथं आहे, आणि जितकं शक्य होईल तुमच्यापर्यंत केरळची खरी स्टोरी आणायचा प्रयत्न करेनच. मी प्रथमेश पाटील, आणि पाहत राहा इंडी जर्नल. सबस्क्राईब करा, लाईक करा, शेअर करा आमचं चॅनल. आणि तुम्हाला काय वाटतं या कव्हरेजबद्दल ते नक्की खाली नोंदवा. धन्यवाद.